Hey guys, welcome to another commentary done by Diggity. This is going to be Dropbox versus Amazon. Game 1, Week 6. And even though on paper Amazon, the stronger team, they are 4-1 in third place in this division. They've been playing extremely well. Dropbox just might want it more. They are 2-3 and want to get into those playoffs. Want to get to the top of the division, really, is what it comes down to. Bottom right-hand corner, we have Cicero. Apologies for mispronouncing his name. I never know how. I'm not sure why I was doing Cicero. I know it's Cicero. I mean, I've read Machiavelli and everybody else. And anyway, I digress. Cicero, look him up. Basically, everybody was a fanboy of him in the Middle Ages, and the Renaissance. And I digress. Pylon for Cicero, and really Cicero has been the consistent player for Team Amazon. He's a great player to lead this match off. And I think a lot of people listed Drasnor as their best player, but Cicero has been fantastic. sBartel in the upper left-hand corner, light blue protoss. He has his work cut out for him. sBartel being listed as a teammate is an achievement farmer, so he knows what's going on. Speaking of knowing what's going on, Cicero opening up with a 10 gate. So wants to put the pressure on early. This is a very confident build. I'll call it, confident. This is a cross-position only map. Looks like sBartel missing a little bit of scouting time, because he was heading bottom left-hand corner first. But keep in mind, this is essentially 1v1, because you know where your opponent is going to be located based on the opening spawn positions. There's the assimilator now for Cicero. So he's probably going to want to harvest that, get some warp gate tech, because whenever you're talking about an early pressure build, you want that warp gate tech, you want the pylons in your opponent's field. So what'll be key, actually, is getting this probe up into his opponent's base, having it somewhere in the background, and then just assuming that sBartel isn't able to deal with it and will just drop his micromanagement. Completely flub it. Looks like a simulator being built for sBartel, because sBartel is going to be economically ahead, plus the distance mined. Keep that in mind. He's already 3 harvesters ahead, plus maybe some gas difference here. 2 harvesters in gas. There's a cybernetic core warping in, and a zealot initially being produced. Looks like it has rallied directly into this base. And sBartel needs to pin something on Cicero's probe immediately. It looks like he has 2 probes charging down. He has managed to push it out of this base, and that is huge. That is huge when you're talking about any sort of rush like this, because you need to get that pylon inside of your opponent's base. Otherwise, sentries, stalkers, the high ground, everything will work against you. Warp gate tech now developing for Cicero. He's actually pulled his harvesters out of the assimilator, so it's going to be a zealot-only effort here. sBartel might, upon seeing this, want to place some quick gateways just to make sure he does not get... I mean, he has the economic advantage. All he needs to do is produce stalkers up on that high ground. Additionally, has that probe in the base. He's going to see the additional 2 gateways from Cicero. And Cicero locked at 18 supply for quite some time now. The probe moving up, most certainly going to see a pylon in this natural expansion. Zealot already blockading the way, and a stalker being produced as well. Warp gate, chrono boost right there. The probe approaching, checking that zealot out. There's an additional gateway. Still need it. Ooh, the probe sneaks through! Bad micromanagement by sBartel. Not engaging that probe. And now Cicero able to move in and plant 3 pylons. And sBartel needs to actually pull probes or something to cope with this. But there is a zealot at the natural expansion. It might be able to sneak in. This is where those additional gateways being out in the field might have helped. But yeah, probes need to go out and assist with this at 3 on each, and he'll be okay. Still be able to recover economically. And keep in mind, if he can take out these pylons, Cicero will basically be sunk. But at the moment, it looks like zealots are going to be warping into his main warp gate tech, pushing in very rapidly now for Cicero. Yes, he is economically behind. Yes, this is an all-in maneuver, but it looks like it is going to be successful. Probes have pulled off to the northern pylon. It is going to be way too late, though. 4 zealots in the lines. Keep in mind, Cicero he's not won the game yet. sBartel can still micromanage his way out of this, and it looks like he's trying to do so thus far, and he's still actually even economically, just falling behind right this second. Stalkers in the corner, another gateway moving its way in. It looks like warp gate tech still not there. Chrono boost. Ooh, this is really difficult situation for sBartel. Cicero executing beautifully. The probe's dying. This is actually where Bartel might just want to pull back, move his stalkers out to Cicero's main, and go into a base race situation with a pylon out at location. Because he can micromanage against these zealots absolutely forever. As long as he has a pylon hidden somewhere out in the field, he can win the base race scenario. But what he has to do is he just has to cut out Cicero's economy. And there's only a single pylon covering all this tech. So if he runs in, snipes that pylon, he still might be able to take this match. More stalkers warping in. Keep in mind, stalkers versus zealots, particularly without that charge upgrade. They can just micromanage this a fight forever. Unfortunately, sBartel is not backing off. And it looks like he's also losing stalkers. Now starting to evacuate this base, trying to remine, but those 2 pylons are going to prevent this from happening. Now it looks like the probe's fleeing, only 3 remaining. sBartel getting aggressive now, going for the base race. Cicero still might be in trouble. He's not out of the woods yet. Keep in mind, though, if it does just come to a flat base race situation, there's still these 2 pylons inside of sBartel's main. sBartel moving up with the stalkers. What he needs to do is actually just divert one of these probes somewhere on the map, hide a pylon someplace. Doesn't matter where, just hide it. And then let the stalkers engage those zealots. Heads up, and not concentrating on that pylon. That actually would be much more beneficial here. Just kill that pylon so he can't work with any of these tech. Instead going after probes, and Cicero actually pulling all of his probes off. Nexus now down for Bartel, so he's not building anything anymore. 140 resources still left for sBartel, and I don't see those probes fleeing anywhere. Unfortunately, the stalker's chasing after those probes backing off in this fight now. A zealot has warped in. sBartel mining for whatever reason at the main. It looks like he's going to end up losing some more troops here to this zealot. Moving up, focusing on the gateways rather than that pylon. The focus for him actually just needs to be killing these zealots. If he can wipe out these zealots and again get a pylon somewhere. Oh no! Placing an assimilator. Oh, an assimilator here. He's going to have to defend that, and that's going to be extremely difficult. Honestly, I think with the troop count that Cicero has right now, he might be able to just take all of his zealots, all of his probes, and it looks like he actually has 2 stalkers as well, and gun and take out that assimilator, and that will be game. He's completely wiped out sBartel's main at this stage. sBartel's forced to defend this assimilator. He does have probes now retreating to the upper right-hand corner. And it looks like he's retreating there as well. I think that's match. I think that's it. Cicero's in fact taken the victory. Close though, very, very close. sBartel now engaging, losing 1 zealot, still trying to micro against that as best he can. A lot of probes in that army as well, trying to pick away. And you can see the probe just sitting there next to that assimilator, just looking sad. There's that group attack. This is going to be the match. Well played from Cicero, still trying to micro against this. It is too much. GG. Well played from Cicero. sBartel close to victory, but not able to cap it. And that shows you experience. Moving into Game 2, Amazon up 1-0. Hope you guys enjoyed it.